everybody? Welcome to episode 5 of the Shittown and Florida Man Power Ranking Podcast. It is me, NCR News Network, with my co-host and friend, Anthony Caruso.
How are we all? And we are ready for another week that was in all that just reminds us once again that no matter how bad our day may be, our worst day will always be better than the best day of the people appearing on the power rankings this week.
A couple of quick announcements before we get into it. The MVP and Golden Turd winners. They are won by Coffee Man for both. Everyone in the comment section who's seen the video and the community post and who has seen the podcast all agree this monster deserves the grand prize. A free trip to Woody's Woodchipper Emporium.
Absolutely. And for those, once again, even though the authorities believe they are zeroing in, if you do have any information, get in touch with the local authorities. Bring this man in to answer what happened that day. And the only thing I can say, NCR, and I think it needs to be brought to attention as well to everyone else here, the person running the channel of Generally Specific, making light of the of it for political point scoring, really did nothing to help the cause of what everyone else was doing.
Yes, that is truly a disgusting thing. Yeah, so, I will get some flack myself for probably publicizing it and saying I'm going for clicks and views, but no, this is all about getting justice for baby Luca.
That's all it was. We are wanting people to assist authorities to find this person, bring him in, have a talk, what happened, what the hell happened, and you go and do something like that. No, sorry, not acceptable. Oh, while I've been doing that, guess what I found?
What?
I found the coin.
Nice. And we have our traditional lucky coin.
Absolutely. The lucky coin that we thought had disappeared, but with 2 seconds to spare, I found it. So here we go. The coin has been flipped.
I'm going heads.
And it is a head.
Nice. I will go first, but we actually have our sponsors.
Oh, geez, you have been busy, haven't you?
I've been getting the sponsors.
Yeah.
Let's start with the first ad they sent us.
Do you need a story to be checked out or someone's child to be verified? Then look no further than Coded Detective Agency. With over 20 years experience in the Atlanta area, Coded Detective Agency are the very people you need to be able to find out a story and run with it without needing to check those important facts and details. For find out more, phone 1-800 I don't have a fucking clue. Coded Detective Agency. Proudly supporting the Atlanta region.
That was our first sponsor.
Wow. I like it already.
We're big timing.
Yeah, absolutely.
This one is from a person that we all know. He started a small business and he asked us if he could sponsor us, and I said absolutely. So here's our next sponsor.
Does your wife wake up every morning and complain about the size of your deck? Have you looked outside and wondered, why is my deck now looking a little bit frail? Well, if you're having that problem, make sure you go down to Hank's Decking. With the finest in decks and deck accessories, Hank's Deck will make your deck looking as shiny as new as when you first got it working. It's 100% safe to use and will ensure that everyone will be pleasured to the max. Hank's Decking, be the biggest and best deck in town.
I mean, have you seen Hank's deck? It's fucking...
Oh, his deck is amazing. His deck is absolute.
Biggest deck I've ever seen.
And you know what's most impressive about it? He looks after it.
I know. He's always trimming the bushes around it. He's always presenting it in a very positive light.
He polishes it well. You know, it's very impressive. You know, It's not like our good friend Shuggy with the knob polishing he has to do every now and then. You know, he just doesn't do it with the same care that Hank does with his deck.
I know. But the last sponsor we have, I have to thank Anthony for getting them to sponsor us.
Yes, indeed.
Anthony, you went out of your way to get these people to sponsor us, and well, hats off to you, sir. And this is the ad they sent us.
You can get it driving. You can get it diving. You can get it snorting the line. A hard-earned thirst needs an ice-cold beer. The best cold beer is Vaucluse Bitter. You can get it while you're doing your hair. You can get it while wrestling a bear. You can get it any old how. Matter of fact, I've got it now. A hard-earned thirst needs an ice-cold beer. And the best cold beer is Vaucluse Bitter.
Well, what do you think, sir?
I love it. In fact, I think we need to get a 12-pack of Vaucluse Bitter right here, right now, I think.
A bit early for me, but why the hell not?
Indeed. Well, with that done out of the way, let's get to number 10 for Florida Man.
Our number 10 for Florida Man is a bit of a funny one. Florida Man, police find squirrel in Florida Man shirt during traffic stop.
Squirrel.
I'm sure if you're a seasoned police officer, you've heard everything and every excuse in the book. But during a traffic stop, a man was found with a squirrel in his pocket.
Squirrel in the pocket?
On a regular September, yes. On a nice September day, the police stopped a man for suspicions of possibly being under the influence. And he said, "No, my coffee spilled while I was driving with the napkin." And he was very calm. And the driver said, "Oh, the squirrel was eating me." The gentleman, a 23-year-old named Derek James Foreman, was stopped, and they found a live squirrel in his shirt pocket. I am just going to ask, is he inspired by Bob Ross and Peapod?
Jesus. Oh boy, that's yeah, just seriously. I will say this though, it reminds me of that scene from The Simpsons where apparently it's in Springfield, apparently it is illegal to put squirrels down your pants for the purpose of gambling.
Now that's just wrong. I mean, ferrets and gerbils are much more appropriate. Just ask our good friend Richard Greer.
I don't want to have images of men shouting out Armageddon.
You're up, sir.
All right, number 10 for the Shit Towns Power Rankings. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, you can go to the Shit Towns of Australia Facebook page, check them out, and check out all the articles they do post here. We thank them for their support. In 10th place, from South Australia, Port Pirie. Still shit.
Nice.
We move on to number 9.
Number 9 for Florida Man is a Florida woman.
Aha.
Florida woman pours concrete into storm drain and floods neighborhood. Yes, this is a repeat of a similar situation that's happened. A Florida woman, fed up with her neighbors, actually did pour concrete down a storm drain, causing severe flooding throughout the neighborhood. She is appearing in court, where the court will determine how much a day she will be charged and who will be responsible for the cleanup and repair bill. Neighbors are still shocked and baffled at why she would do such a thing.
Jesus. I have to give credit to Florida woman. That she's been on an absolute tear as of late. It's been a very impressive performance. But I'll tell you what, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. We then move on to number 9 for the shit towns of Australia, and we head off to Dubbo in the Midwestern area of New South Wales. Woman charged after allegedly shitting out a big haul of drugs in a hospital toilet. A woman will face court charged with drug supply following an investigation in Wellington and Dubbo. Around 10:40am, a correctional centre in Wellington conducted visitor searches where the drug detection dog allegedly indicated a positive detection on a woman where 15 buprenorphine strips were seized. The woman was released pending further investigations. At around 6:50pm on the same day, the woman attended Dubbo Base Hospital and secreted said strips in a public toilet. A corrections officer attended and seized the drugs. Officers attached to Arana Midwest Police District were notified of the incident and commenced an investigation. She was charged with 2 counts of supplying prohibited drugs. The woman was given conditional bail to appear at Dubbo local court on Wednesday the 9th of October. So normally, when someone is trying to smuggle drugs in, the way that it's normally done by a lot of other people is what they call shelving, and the popular term shelving pingers, where people have been known to shove packets of ecstasy tablets up their rectums and then shitting it out so it could be consumed at festivals. No, this person ingested 15 strips of them.
Wow. That is a new one for Aussie woman here.
That's impressive. Sorry, apologize. It wasn't 15 that she consumed. She was caught with 15 originally, and then on the same day, she got caught secreting an extra 20. She had 35 strips.
Jesus Christ. That is
You know what that is? You know what I'm calling there? Shenanigans.
You know what?
Shenanigans. Do, 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 do. Shenanigans. Do, 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 do. Shenanigans. Do, 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 do.
Special thanks to the Shenanigans House Band.
Indeed. Brigadier Reginald doing a great job there.
Oh yeah, people don't give Reginald enough credit.
Indeed, indeed. Let's move on, ladies and gentlemen, to number 8 from Florida Man.
You know what? On a similar note, Florida man shoots neighbor's house, overdoses during assuring a SWAT team confrontation. Yes, you heard me correct. A Florida man shot his neighbor's house. Oh, and would you like to guess where?
Oh, don't tell me it's Polk County.
It is. Would you like to wager for the bonus points?
Oh, don't tell me it's where you grew up.
It is the city of Lakeland.
Oh no.
Lakeland, Florida. A dispute between neighbors over not lighting a cigarette led to the neighbors getting into a standoff with Polk County Sheriff's deputies. Grady Judd said Thomas England, age 40, went to his neighbor's house around 2:30 a.m. He needed a light for his cigarette. Added that he got into an argument. English left, grabbed a shotgun, fired the said gun at into the neighbor's house, where they promptly called for police. The sheriff's deputies and local police department came out, and well, things just escalated. English was, well, not the first time he's been in trouble with the law. Oh, and there is a photo.
Oh boy. Let's see it.
I am sharing it now with everybody to see. Mr. English.
All over a cigarette.
Right here, people. This is the charming man that couldn't wait to light his smoke. He looks like a mixture of a slightly younger dirtbag Charles Manson and a failed English teacher.
He looks like the kind of person who'd be hanging out in the back of Colorado and not actually doing anything involving skiing. Because what else is there to do in Colorado?
Well, there's a
Oh
lot you
boy.
can do in Colorado, but it gets worse for Mr. English.
Oh no. Oh no.
During the standoff, Mr. English apparently decided to partake and did indeed overdose on illegal substances. I think those are some pretty big shoes for number 8.
Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah, indeed. This is gonna be hard for us. Number 8 for Shit Towns of Australia, we head to Narromine in New South Wales. Yep, we're back in New South Wales, ladies and gentlemen, and this one is an absolute doozy. Gronks steal a marked police car while cops attend a car fire on railway tracks. Ladies and gentlemen, this sounds like there's something could have been ripped straight out of Grand Theft Auto. A man will appear in Griffith Court this week after... no, sorry, that is actually the wrong one. I need to go to the next one up. A New South Wales police four-wheel drive was stolen as officers investigated a burning car in regional New South Wales on Friday afternoon. The officers had raced to Craigie Road in Narromine around 3:10 p.m. following the reports of a car fire. Fire and Rescue New South Wales firefighters extinguished the blaze, but as the officers were examining the scene, their marked police four-wheel drive Mitsubishi Pajero was stolen. It was found 120 kilometres away in Trundle on Saturday afternoon. However, there was no sign of the alleged theft. The man suspected of stealing the car is described as aged in his late teens, Caucasian in appearance, 175 centimetres tall, medium build and brown hair. Anyone with information urged to contact 000 or Crime Stoppers on 1-800 333 000. So yeah, someone decided he'd act out his own Grand Theft Auto fantasies, stole the car, managed to evade the stars and dumped the car successfully.
I am impressed.
He probably had a safe house out there that he could probably go in, change clothes, walk out, and then all the stars were gone.
I'm willing to bet that was his plan.
Quite possibly.
Mean, he's been playing too much GTA. He studied for this.
Oh, he had studied for it.
Number 7 for the Florida man is, well, a bit of a shitty situation.
Oh no. Does it involve shit?
Florida man tells police he defecated during domestic battery incident.
Did he do an Amber Heard?
I am checking it out now.
Oh dear.
A Florida man, Kiev Stuart Kirby, age 30, was arrested on Wednesday and charged with the crime of committing domestic battery by strangulation against his girlfriend. The arrest report states that Kirby said he wanted to have an open conversation and he felt free to discuss negative things. The victim asked when would he return to continue the conversation. He told her he was tired and wanted to go to sleep. This escalated into screaming and marked when Kirby, naked, defecated in the middle of the floor.
Jesus Christ, really? So, not quite good enough for Amber Heard standard, but right up there.
Oh, it gets better. Kirby was reported to put one hand over the victim's mouth and her nose to stop her from screaming.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It isn't clear why he was naked, but that is something that will be investigated later on. Mr. Kirby is being held on bond set at $40,000.
Dear, oh dear. I mean, the situation doesn't stink to high water enough, does it?
No, it doesn't.
No, no. At least it
But it
didn't run
does.
all over the place.
True, but it just seemed like he'd been watching The Big Lebowski a bit too many times.
Jeez. I think the Big Lebowski would be impressed by that performance.
Like, he did it right in the middle of the floor, man. It tied the whole room together.
Oh. I might need to talk to a potential sponsor for that next time we get a shit story like that. I believe there's a winery called Chateau de Fleur.
We'll need to reach out to them.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
the only thing I can say about Mr. Kirby is this.
You fucking weirdo.
Agreed.
Fucking weirdo.
Let's move on to number 7 for the shit towns of Australia, and we head off to Hay in New South Wales. New South Wales doing well so far this week. Gronk allegedly flashes his dick at cops and threatens woman with a hammer. A man will appear in Griffith Court this week after allegedly exposing himself to police and threatening 2 women with a hammer. Acting Inspector Paul Rossano informed Region the alleged incident occurred at 8 a.m. on Tuesday the 27th of August. Police received several calls about a male near Hay Police Station without a shirt on, allegedly talking to himself in a drug-affected state. 27 years old, police stopped and spoke with a man who allegedly became aggressive, abusive, and then indecently exposed himself. A short time later, police received a further call. The same man was pacing up and down Lindsay Street in Hay and allegedly threatened 2 women known to him with a hammer. They turned up, they exited a vehicle, drew a taser, managed to talk him down, into the rest without having to use the taser. He was taken to Hay Police Station where he was charged with willful and obscene exposure, 2 counts of stalking and intimidation, and intimidating a police officer in the execution of duty. The man was refused bail and is scheduled to appear before the Griffith Local Court on the 4th of September. So this bloke here has just decided that he's going to show how much of a big man he is with police turning up by just going, "Hey guys, check out my member."
Well, what can we expect from a Gronk but Gronk behavior?
Exactly. He must rate himself as a bit of a shower. Let's face it.
Oh yeah. Although I heard people say it looked like it was a bit cold out that day.
Yeah, well, yeah, you certainly couldn't say he was suffering from a badly swollen foot. We can all agree on that. We now move on to number 6.
I have something that may explain why the Gronks have been trying to step up their game.
Oh dear.
Florida man parked his car in turn lane, passed out after consuming 25 beers.
Oh, that's a good effort. That's a good effort.
A 41-year-old man from Apopka, Florida was arrested after consuming 25 beers, then unsuccessfully driving. According to reports, he passed out in the turn lane on Highway 27 in Lady Lake, Florida. Even more beer was found in the car. This all happened at 10 p.m. There were 4 bottles of Corona beer on the seat next to him, and an additional 25 beers were also found. Since 5 o'clock that night, he was consuming beer. Jesus Christ. 25 beers in 5 hours. Wow.
How he's still somehow functioning is a miracle, minor miracle within itself.
Now, here's the crazy part. He is only 5'4" and 160 pounds and consumed, are you ready for this? 18.75 pounds of beer.
Jesus.
There is no blood law for this, but I know it's at least 4 times the legal limit.
Oh, that easily. You know, you're wondering how the person is still alive at this point and not succumbing to alcohol poisoning.
I know. Apparently, he's been training the fucking Gronks.
Oh, he'd be up. He'd be up there. He'd definitely be up there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we head off for sixth place to Darwin in the Northern Territory. Pair of prisoners escaped by using rope of bed sheets. Spectators pepper sprayed during a brawl in a car park after 6 players were sent off for fighting during a women's rugby league game. That sort of kind of thing happens, but we're going to focus here on the 2 prisoners on the run. And for this NCR, while I read this, I've got an image for you to share of these 2 likely people. 2 prisoners on the run after early morning escape from the Darwin Watch House. People are warned not to approach the escapees and to call police if they spot them. The 2 men escaped from police custody on Knuckley Street in the early hours of Wednesday morning. Police then discovered that they were missing. Later on, they were both believed to have used tied up rope bed sheets to be able to escape. And
I am at a loss for this one.
I mean, this is the stereotypical breakout of jail using the bed sheet rope to get out. You just thought that thing was for TV. Nope, it's real. And
you have the image ready.
Yeah, the image is ready for you. Ready for you. And when you see it, you will be.
You're gonna need to share it with the screen because I.
Yes, of course. Yes, of course. I may have to share it myself. So, sharing the screen here now. Here is the article. And there is the picture.
You know what? Let me drop us down for a minute. Look at these 2 fine individuals.
Upstanding citizens.
Oh, truly upstanding.
Yes, absolutely.
The fact that they made the bed sheets and did the stereotypical, let's get out of here, guys. Do you think Thin Lizzy was involved? You think they were listening to Thin Lizzy and were like, yeah, that's a good idea.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I could only imagine. Let's move on to 5th place.
In 5th place, we have, well, a unique situation. We have Florida man rides his bike and is chased by police after denies the meth in his fanny pack belongs to him. Yes. Florida man and his meth.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
In Wauchula, Florida. Go on.
No, I was going to say, I mean, it's a little bit hard to defend when it's in your own fanny pack. It's just a little bit difficult.
In Wauchula, Florida, a man is accused of drug possession after leading deputies on a bike chase in Central Florida late Sunday night. The Hernando County Sheriff's Office said they got around 11:30 p.m. Deputies were patrolling, and they found our mystery man riding his bike. The bike was missing its front headlight, and upon Florida law, you must have a functioning headlight on your bikes when you ride at night. During the typical traffic stop, the man quickly rode his bike down the road, ending up in Wicked Wauchula Village Plaza. The deputies began to detain him at a Motel 6 parking lot. During the chase, the deputies noticed a fanny pack and they removed said fanny pack. Inside, they found methamphetamine and several white pills.
Why am I not surprised?
There was 5.6 grams of methamphetamine, a smoking pipe, and said pills.
Jesus.
I mean, you can't make this up.
I mean, the drugs must be extra strong down there this week, aren't they?
Oh, they are.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, for our next one in 5th place, we head back to New South Wales to Maitland, and truly, I think probably one of the more scummy people you'll come across. In Maitland, New South Wales, meth head carjacks a specially modified vehicle from a woman with a disability. A Rutherford man and his son engaged in a taking of drugs and then stole a specially modified car designed for a woman in a wheelchair who was attempting to attend the local pool for her therapy session and instead decided, you know what, I'm going to steal this car. I mean, it's getting very close to a visit to Woody's Wood Chipper Emporium there.
Oh, indeed. And those modified vans are highly, highly expensive. I mean,
Yeah.
I subscribe to a channel called Wavy Web Surf, and they've talked about a YouTuber who does handheld game reviews for like Game Boy and the old Tiger Electronics games. And
Yeah.
he's in a wheelchair. And his assistant modified van broke down. And they needed almost $100,000 just to get the van and the modifications for it. So to steal this poor woman's van, I'm sorry, you deserve a fine tour at Woody's Wood Chipper Emporium. And well, maybe a trip to the Gronk breeding patches.
Quite possibly. So, oh boy. All right, shall we move on to number 4?
Yes,
For the shit towns.
Number 4 for Florida man is, I'm going to say it. I don't condone what he did, but I respect the hustle.
Go ahead.
Florida man claims to scam SOs for money, arrested for SA with animals plus meth. Again, I respect part of the hustle.
Yeah, but that's where it stops.
I'm willing to bet he listened to the podcast and heard about the guy doing cash for demerits. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna up my game here. A Spring Hill man is claimed to have scammed pedos for money, arrested after having passionate hugging with animals and drugs. Deputies investigated a case of CP possession, arrested a man who said, "I'm scamming pedos." When he needed money. According to the Hernando County sheriffs, they began to look into. Are you ready for this man's name?
Oh no.
Aaron Randall. Last month about information of possession of CP. They wanted to do a search on his social media accounts. Detectives found that he had 13 files containing passionate hugging involving animals.
Passionate hugging.
Yes.
That's being charitable.
Well, I can't say what he really did without getting us.
We know. Yeah. Believe me, after seeing what Darwin had to go through a couple of weeks ago, I'm sort of, I thought I managed to get away with it.
It gets better.
Oh, no.
Upon searching, they found Mr. Randall had 2.7 grams of methamphetamine in his
Of course
bedroom.
he had meth.
Not only that, he also had Adderall. Because why not?
Hey, if you're gonna don't bother with half a hog, have the whole hog.
Would you
Oh
like
no,
to
why did I
see-
just say that?
Would you like to see Mr. Randall?
Yes.
Because when you see him, you're going to be like, he looks like somebody we might know.
Oh no. I'm worried. I'm scared.
Look at
What in
that
the
face.
actual hell?
He looks like a dirtbag Cody Rhodes.
He looks like Eminem if Eminem was a crackhead.
I am just baffled. That look on his face of like, I did nothing wrong.
Wow.
Number 5
dear.
coming in strong.
Oh yeah,
I mean-
in number 4 coming in strong. You mean? Yes. Let's move
number
on to
4, right?
number 4. We head to Sydney in New South Wales. There's quite a few cases in this. First off, we've got feral parents brawling in an under 12 girls rugby league match. What is going on with people at women's rugby league matches?
Well, isn't football season over for you guys over there?
Well, no, it's just coming to the end now, yes, but still, like, people settle the fuck down, honestly.
But you got a hooligan when you can.
Yeah, true. A maniac charged after allegedly stealing a car, ramming multiple vehicles on highway, and assaulting crash victims. What is going on with people in New South Wales thinking they can just treat this state like it's Grand Theft Auto, honestly? But the one I want to talk about here, the big one. Man in Squid Game's costume tasered in a train station after approaching cop with a knife. A New South Wales police officer was forced to taser a man who allegedly came at her wielding a knife while wearing a costume from the Netflix series Squid Game. The South Korean TV drama follows a group of financially desperate players competing in deadly games for a big cash prize, while supervised by guards wearing pink jumpsuits and full face masks. At 11:40 p.m. on Thursday, a man reportedly wearing a Squid Game costume entered a train that pulled into platform 24 at Sydney Central Station. However, police had been alerted. He allegedly advanced towards one of the officers wielding a knife, and she tasered him. The 38-year-old was arrested and taken to Prince of Wales Hospital for assessment. No passengers or officers were injured. However, police are now calling for witnesses. So, you know, when it's like that red light, green light game, you know, you need to understand when it's red light, you're supposed to stop, not charge at them with a knife.
You know, I kind of feel like this might be an inside job. I'm willing to bet they were hired by those same overall wearing individuals from last week.
I wouldn't be surprised in the slightest. I'll tell you what, though, if you're going to do it anywhere, Central Station in Sydney is a great place because everyone gets to see you, right down to all the CCTV there. So, you know, I imagine Netflix will be grabbing that imagery and making a one-off episode for it.
Oh, yes. Are you ready for our bronze medal winner?
Oh, let's hear it.
Florida man takes fake gun into courthouse.
A fake gun.
Listen.
Yes.
A fake gun.
Yes, into the courthouse.
Oh, let's hear this, Einstein.
I have to use Google Translate real quick because I do not know how to pronounce this name and I want to pronounce this city's name proper.
Uh-oh.
But this individual is allegedly, we have to say that now. Allegedly. Everybody's proven proven guilty, but in the Avoyelles Parish Courthouse on September 12th, a man from Mulberry, Florida, of course it would be fucking Mulberry.
It's not
near
Mulberry,
the town.
it's Polk.
It is in Polk. And it's not
Ah.
that far from fucking Lakeland.
Oh,
Entered the building with a fake plastic gun, according to the Avoyelles Parish Sheriff's Office. Approximately around 12:07 p.m., court staff said the man identified as I'm hoping I'm pronouncing this Jameis Edwards Baker came in with a fake gun, carrying packages and bags, wearing items to conceal and cover his face. He came in, and they actually had to bring in using the canine dogs to find explosives to locate him because one, he was hiding in the fucking courthouse.
Yeah.
And well, this is a whole new level. He is currently in the jail and being held without bond.
Now, I'm disappointed about one thing in this in particular, because if you're going to go in there with a fake gun, you're going to brandish around like that, I expect him to pull out, to do an R. Kelly and just yell out, "So I pulled out my gun!"
I'm just concerned that this is going to step up the frauding game. I'm concerned for that because a lot of them are already wearing face masks and they're already yelling about the Second Amendment. So, and there's a couple of them out there that are now using brown plastic bottles and acting like they're drinking in public. So,
oh, gee, God. My guns. Oh, Jesus Christ, give me a break, honestly. The bronze medal for Shit Sounds of Australia for the week ending the 15th of September 2024 is, well, it's Alice Springs again. You'll notice there's a state that's missing here at the moment.
I've noticed that.
Okay, Queensland have not popped up yet. So, first off, 6 puppies stolen from an animal shelter, 200 gronks brawl with weapons, but the story we want to talk about here... well, we've got all 3 of them in. So up to 200 people in an Alice Springs sporting club where a massive brawl broke out on Sunday morning, with reports some were armed with edged and blunt weapons. Police attended and the alleged armed persons fled the scenes. A 16-year-old male received treatment and at the scene by paramedics for a minor hand injury. Then there was the break-in at an aged care facility, the main story. Van stolen from aged care facility and burned out by armed thugs. Police say the offenders stole a white Toyota van from an aged care site and used it to ram through the property gate while also damaging the windscreen of a security vehicle. They then used the van a short time later to drive at police officers, forcing evasive action to avoid a collision. The van was later found burnt out in Il Papa, with the offenders escaping custody. An aviation business was also broken into overnight, with unknown offenders stealing items from a safe, but police did not specify what was stolen. So, 6 pricks decide to steal a van from an aged care facility, which is normally already struggling for cash as it is, and then use it to go on a crime spree before burning the evidence. Right.
I am just shocked and amazed at this one. I mean, people in those aged care facilities, they don't have a whole lot. I mean, they just want to enjoy their tea, their Matlock, their Murder, She Wrote, maybe some hard Candice.
Bring back Matlock! Sorry, that was pretty bad.
Well, they actually are bringing back Matlock.
Oh, don't shit me.
I am not. They are bringing it back starring Kathy Bates.
Okay, now I'm curious.
This is going to be one of her last performances before she retires from acting.
Before you know it, they're going to bring back Columbo as well.
They did bring back Kojak, so who loves you, baby?
Let's move on to the silver.
For silver, this one's a funny one. 2 Florida men busted in Naples, Florida after stealing 400 sticks of deodorant. I repeat, 400 sticks of deodorant.
What were they intending to do with that?
Well, we'll get into that in a minute.
Here we go.
I know it's hot here in Florida, but 400 sticks of deodorant to stay fresh is a tad bit overkill. 2 Florida men were arrested in Naples after they needed to control the perspiration that they were having from stealing from the following locations. These are all major retailers now. Publix, which is a grocery store chain where shopping is a pleasure. Walmart, CVS, Walgreens, and Winn-Dixie across Florida. The 2 men in question were caught at 2 p.m. on a Wednesday in a van with over the 400 sticks of deodorant.
Yep.
Valued at $5,000.
Wow.
But not only did they steal the deodorant, there is a trophy picture of the items they stole that include razors, razor blades, batteries, a plastic snake, a plastic frog, a pack of Doritos, a mouse, a USB cable, 4 cans of Arizona iced tea, and a can of Red Bull.
What were they planning to do exactly? Were they just planning on having the biggest LAN party possible in the hottest room possible?
I don't know, but I'm showing you this trophy picture because it's just why.
What? I mean,
sticks of deodorant.
And the sticks of deodorant. Oh my god. What? My brain hurts.
Now, the only thing I can think of. Oh, I've got to show you the trophy pic of the deodorant because it's even crazier.
Oh no. What use could someone have for that amount of deodorant? Oh my god, are you kidding me?
I mean, they're covering every base.
Shout out to whoever it was at the Collier Sheriffs that took the time to line all of these up for the photo. That's good banter.
The only explanation I have is that this was Glenn Serio's Shopify order or Instacart order.
I'll tell you what, he'd probably need that much deodorant.
I mean, 400 sticks.
I mean, you got to make sure you present well, don't you? But 406, yeah, maybe a bit excessive. Moving on to the.
Before we carry on, did you notice something?
What's that?
They had gel and they had regular stick deodorant. Maybe they were concerned about stains on their shirts.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Very curious about that. Moving on to the silver medal for the shit towns of Australia. Geraldton, Western Australia. Psycho in an SUV allegedly mows down a bunch of 3-month-old calves in the paddock. Oh, boy. NCR, get it ready. Get it ready. The number of dead and injured calves is still being investigated, but authorities say at least 8 calves has been injured. Deliberately run down by a man at the wheel of a 4-wheel drive in Geraldton, 5 hours north of Perth, the police allege. We are aware of a video circulating online depicting what can only be described as an abhorrent act of animal cruelty. The vision is confronting, and we take incidents of this nature extremely seriously. Animal cruelty is no place in our society and something that will not be tolerated. A 21-year-old man is accused of driving his Toyota Prado onto a private farmland grazing in Hoathara in Geraldton around 2 a.m. It's home to 90 cows and 86 calves. He deliberately ran down several 3-month-old calves they attempted to avoid being hit. The accused was arrested at an address in Waikiki, an outer suburb in Perth South, and charged with 1 count of animal cruelty and criminal damage or destruction of property. He's due to appear in Geraldton Magistrates Court on September 18. Oh, that's another one for the wood chipper.
Oh, yeah. I mean, all I have to say is,
That boy ain't right.
Yep, agreed. He's got something seriously wrong about him.
you know,
Who has taken your gold?
Are you ready for this one? Because this one is just gold. This is the gold medalist of the week. And, well, Pensacola man accused of shooting man in buttocks chases a man with screwdriver at Waffle House. But would you like to know more?
Well, okay, so he's popped a cap in someone's ass at a Waffle House.
No. He shot somebody in the ass. Then made his way to another man chasing him around the Waffle House with a screwdriver.
Wow. Go on.
I'm only going to refer to the man by his last name because this is just too fucking funny.
Oh, no.
A 24-year-old man who we will identify as Lucky. That is his actual name. Jamal Lucky. Luckey. Was arrested September 8th and is accused of attempted homicide, aggravated assault, and distribution of Scheduled 1 narcotics within 1,000 feet of a school.
Oh my God, seriously?
Yes. Mr. Lucky was caught trying to distribute marijuana within 1,000 feet of a school, discharging a firearm, possession of a firearm in public by a convicted felon, disorderly conduct, aggravated assault, and attempted homicide. Well, I have a picture of Mr. Lucky.
Oh, let's see it. And to think that he went and did some of this stuff at a Waffle House as well. That is a fine, upstanding business, I should point out as well. Waffle House, you know. I got to try the triple hash brown there one day. Oh, Jesus Christ.
You know what the crazy thing is about Waffle House?
What's that?
They are actually better scheduled than FEMA.
Really?
They have, all right, FEMA has, their, readiness system.
Yep.
Waffle House has their own readiness system when it comes to natural disasters. They will not shut down unless the building is destroyed.
That's impressive.
Mobile, let's say a hurricane or a cyclone comes through, knocks out power. No, Waffle House will be open because they have teams of people with generators coming in to get the store open.
Dedication.
That is better than FEMA.
That is outstanding. That is absolutely.
It continues. According to ECO, ECSOs, Mr. Lucky shot a gentleman in the buttocks. After that, found another man allegedly shot by Mr. Lucky, who missed. Began to run around the Waffle House, ran into the business, and, well, Mr. Lucky went into the business, produced a screwdriver, and began to chase him. But not only was he found with marijuana, he was also found with MDMA.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Yeah. You
Wow.
see why I was saving the best for last this week.
Yeah. I've got a special one for you, and I'm impressed by this. So, the shittest town in Australia for the week ending the 15th of September 2024 is Melbourne, Victoria. Have at you. First off, animal shelter worker allegedly tries to seal a dead man's toe on the black market after it was eaten and spewed up by the man's dog. Olympian's medals were stolen from his car, but the story I want to talk about here, cops seize drugs and a fake penis in raid of barrister's home. Anthony Grant, a known drug barrister, was charged with drug and dishonesty related offences following a raid of a Melbourne property late last week, according to the first reports in The Age and the Herald Sun. Grant faced the Melbourne Magistrates Court from the Melbourne Remand Centre, where a bail application was heard behind closed doors. Members from the Bar Council were reportedly in attendance. Officers at Praran's crime unit investigation charged Grant with trafficking in ketamine and butanediol, a solvent substance that is converted into the illicit drug GHB once ingested. He was also charged with other drug offences, including methamphetamine, cocaine, ecstasy, and possession of sildenafil, a poison used for, and I kid you not, erectile dysfunction. Not only that, a woman alleged to be Anthony Grant's girlfriend has been charged over the same offences.
Jesus.
On top of that, they found a litany of those drugs stored in dildos.
Yo, there's only one thing that we can do for that one.
Oh my.
I couldn't agree more.
Thank you,
I
Mr.
mean,
McKay.
Yo, I think it could be so poetic if those erectile dysfunction drugs were the main ones possessed in those dildos.
Oh God. Talk about having a stiffy.
It's a good marketing ploy, I'll say that much.
I know it's an embarrassing thing to talk about as a man to have ED, but if this is his clever way of shipping it out to customers, I respect the hustle.
It's another. You see, this is another one of these. I get the feeling early on. I think Florida Man is going to win the overall draft this week, but this guy here he's got to be a real shout for the MVP just for that pure hustle.
Oh yeah. Is there
It's
any more to
impressive.
this story?
No, he is due to have further hearings later on. But just remember, this guy's a barrister.
For the Yanks, that's a judge.
No. So barrister is a lawyer, but it's a lawyer
Oh.
that specializes in trial. So in Australia, barristers all wear black cloaks and wear powdered wigs whenever they go and present cases. So these are like your high profile trial lawyers.
Well, we know what his powdered wig was made with.
Yes, that is the worst impersonation of the song "Cocaine" you'll ever hear in your life.
So let's pick our MVPs and nominees for the Golden Turd. My MVP for the week, I have to give it up to the Gronk of Florida Man with the 25 beers.
That is
I have
impressive.
to give him the MVP nominee for me.
And my MVP, as I mentioned, goes to Mr. Anthony Grant after he was charged with being in possession of drugs and dishonesty-related offences, especially the drugs that would normally be used for treating erectile dysfunction kept in a series of dildos.
The nominee for the Golden Turd, I'm gonna have to give it to Mr. Lucky.
And my nomination for the Golden Turd is going to the gentleman out in WA who mowed down those 3-month-old calves. You piece of shit.
Don't forget to let us know in the comments section below who you think deserves the nominee, who won the overall draft, Florida Man or the Shit Towns of Australia, and who you think should win the Golden Turd.
Make sure you vote early, vote often, get in touch with us if you want to discuss any other things. And don't forget as well, we're always on the lookout for sponsors. If you've got an idea for sponsorships, let us know.
Anthony, do you have anything you would like to plug?
Not at this point. I think it's about time we wrap it up because quite honestly, people may not realize in this, but it is fast approaching midnight here in Sydney at the time of recording.
Well, the only thing I have to plug is really cool news site and really cool news YouTube channel hosted by Jim Finch. He does Drunk Girl Theater. He does daily news reports on the insanity that is the frauding world. I am a reoccurring guest there for the All-Star panels. And Jim is an all-around good guy who helps out a lot of people in the anti-frauding community. So if you go to his channel or really cool news site and let him know we sent you, please do so.
I will mention one other YouTube channel that is going around, Mark the Sarcastic Law Student. Make sure you check out his weekly show, The Poop Scoop.
Oh, yes. Hosted by Mark the Sarcastic Law Student with his guests and his co-hosts, Shuggy and Pope Phil II.
His Holiness along with the Papal Rotty.
Is a well-earned show that is tons of fun and you'll enjoy it.
Absolutely.
I am NCR News Network.
I'm Anthony Caruso.
And this has been episode 5 of the Shit Town Florida Man Power Rankings. Be well, be safe, and we'll see you guys next time.